Hey everyone, it's me, Jeff Acosta. Well, it's been a while now, like way over a year and a half since the last time I posted a video about Asperger syndrome. And well, I feel bad that I didn't get to show this to you anyone from the last video that I made, because like at that time I graduated from UC Davis. And well, even though it's a little overdue, I thought I'd show you. Check it out, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. I did it. This is my bachelor's in English from UC Davis. And I'm really proud that I got it. And I gotta tell you, even though I got this, I was able to pick it up the spring of last year. When I got this was like probably the most amazing thing I could have ever received. It was incredible when I finally got my bachelor's. Just looking at this piece of paper, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I really did it, especially with living with Asperger syndrome. And I'm really proud that I got it. And I will tell you, and that's what brings me up to this. Why it took me so long to do another video about Asperger syndrome is because of this. This month, 10 years ago, I don't remember the date, but 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with Asperger syndrome. I'll never forget that day. It was right after my younger brother's baseball game, and at that time I was living in Livermore, it's still in California, and then for some reason I was wondering what was going on, but my mom and my dad were going to be speaking to me afterwards, and when they sat me down, I was like, and I will never forget, they were like, I don't remember the words exactly, but they said, Jeffrey, son, sweetie, you have Asperger syndrome. And of course, when they said that, I thought they said A-Burgers syndrome, and I'm sure like a lot of people think that the first time they hear that. And then of course, like when they told me about this, I was like, oh my gosh. I don't remember my initial reaction, but I do know that it was kind of like a sudden blow to me. Like, it just kind of blew right over me. Because I just couldn't believe it. After all these years, there was something about me we didn't know about. I mean, my family could tell that there was something up. I mean, they didn't say that there was something bad about me. They just could tell that there was something going on. They just couldn't really figure out what it was. But you know what? Even though it was a bit of a blow, the one who brought it to my mom's attention was my freshman English instructor from Livermore High, Mrs. Julie Ines. I don't know if she's still teaching there to this day because, 10 years ago, but maybe she is. But anyways, after working with me in class, she realized that something about me, and then that's what brought her to my attention. And I'll never forget when my mom said that Miss Acosta, I think your son has Asperger syndrome. And then after that, of course we didn't know anything about it, but my mom and my dad and my soon-to-be stepdad looked it up. They did some research, and I don't remember how I was diagnosed, but then somehow, like, during the summer of that year, they had the paperwork and everything, and I fit all the characteristics of Asperger syndrome. I'll never forget, like, I don't really remember all of what it was, but I do remember that some of it was like I had difficulty making friends. And during that time, I was interested in special effect makeup for movies, and I'll never forget, I was constantly watching the makeup behind How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes. I'll never forget that, because I really got hooked into that. Because like before I was diagnosed, I really got hooked into so many things. Like for example, I'll never forget another thing that year, when that was the year that the first Harry Potter movie came out on DVD, and even though I saw it in theaters, I got hooked into it just because, and I'm sure a lot of boys were like this, but I had a crush on Emma Watson, and boy did I get hooked onto her. I mean, I'm not as crazy about her anymore like I am today. I mean, I do think she's still a very attractive actress, but I'm just not into it like how I was when I was diagnosed, before I was diagnosed. But anyways, back to that. Ever since then, I was put into therapy in San Jose with, and I'm not afraid to mention the name because who knows, maybe this will help any of you who maybe live in California, but Michelle Garcia in San Jose. I worked in her group. I mean, I didn't actually work with her. I worked with let's see, their names were Risa Feltzer, and I believe the other one was Randy Moore. I believe that was her last name. Anyways, they really helped me for 2 years, and after that I was able to do really well. And personally, one more thing I will say, during 2002, my family and I, like when my mom met my stepdad and his kids, we all moved to Brentwood to start over. And even though it was hard, I'm really glad that we moved because since I was Livermore, I was bullied on a lot, especially in middle school. I didn't live in Livermore my whole life. I only lived there starting from 5th grade until my freshman year, and unfortunately, I was the target of bullying a lot. Just because I didn't know that the way I was acting was making everybody think that I was retarded or anything. So, but after that, I was able to start over again at Liberty High, and things really were working out well. I still had to work my way up during my sophomore year, but it worked out. I started to make really great friends, and then during my junior year, I started to get involved with the performing arts, and then starting from that year, and then all the way to my senior year, I started getting a lot of great awards, and I lettered in performing arts, which was so cool. And I did some other things too. I sang in men's chorus. I was involved with a gig called Rent-A-Carol, like you see in one of my videos. Let's see. And I was in two plays and 2 musicals: Chicago, Les Miserables, The Crucible, and South Pacific. And let's see. And then also I was in a 1-act called The Marriage Proposal. So Brentwood really changed my life, and I'm really glad that that happened, because, and you know what? Because if we hadn't moved, who knows where I'd be today? And also, if it wasn't for Mrs. Ines, who knows where I'd be to this day? So you know what? If any of you are watching this video and may go to Livermore High, and if Mrs. Ines is still there, be lucky to have her, because she really cares about her students. I mean, she proved it by caring about me, about when it all happened. And well, to this day, I will tell you, here are some updates about what I'm hoping to do. This summer, I know that I said in my other Asperger syndrome video I was going to make videos about my books, but what happened was I got so caught up because last year I took 1 year off because I wanted a little time, since for many years I've been working on books. On papers and essays and homework from college, and I just started writing a lot more books, and right now I'm finishing up the narration of my 39th book and starting my 40th book. And I can't believe how many books I've written so far. It's incredible. And I really hope that, you see, here's what happened. It's because of all that, I didn't get to making the short films like I was hoping to do, kind of like those Dr. Seuss beginner book videos. So what I did was, what I'm going to do is, and with the help of my parents, I'm going to get a website started and put my books up as ebooks, and then people can buy my books and download them, and then everything. And also, right now, I am volunteering at an elementary school. The kids only have a few days left of school from the time that I'm making, from the day that I'm making this video, which is June 10th, 2012. But the kids only have a few more days left of school. But I've been working in a special ed class, and I've loved it. Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to earn some experience to become either a school counselor or even working for the school district. But also, this volunteering is going to help if I choose to go to grad school. And if I do go to grad school, my plan will be to major in special ed. Because I had so much given to me, especially in high school and college, I want to do the same in return for some special ed students. I almost wish I could work at the school that I'm volunteering at right now, because the staff is so nice, the kids are so sweet, and also just recently, I did a book preview of 3 of my books for 3 classes for the teachers that I know, and the children loved them. In fact, one little girl, oh my gosh, she said that she felt like she was watching a movie when I was reading my books because the images were projected onto the screen. That meant so much to me. And also another little one said that she wanted a copy of my book, which really meant so much. So who knows? If this summer, I'm really hoping that this summer I will finally get my site and everything started so everybody can read my series. But until then, I'm just continuing to write, and I just can't wait to continue all my books. And for those of you out there, I know that some of you might still be struggling, but you know what? I can believe that you can do it too. You know what? The message I said in my last video was that as long as you have somebody by your side and somebody who can encourage you, I know you can succeed. In fact, I want to read one bit from probably what is considered one of Dr. Seuss's most famous books, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And personally, this was my graduation present from my former counselor, Mrs. Gwen Tracy from Sac City College, the junior college that I went to. Here is what I consider Dr. Seuss's most famous paragraph. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guarantee. Kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai, Alla Von Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. I tell you, this book even though Dr. Seuss was more intended for children, his books can really just appeal to almost anyone. In fact, he was the biggest inspiration for my series. And you know what? This really is a great book, or a great graduation present for high school and college students, because it has a special message. I mean, and heck, I know that my mountain is waiting, and someday, who knows when, but I do know that someday I will make a difference in this world for children and adults, especially those with special needs. Because, and what's going to help me get through this is all my family and all my friends. Because, you know what, I had someone by my side the whole time, and you know what, everything was perfect. Everything is perfect right now. I mean, there will be some ups and downs, but you know what, I'll get through it. And you know what, if I can do it, so can you. I mean, after all, life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along, and that's what I want to end with. Everything is great, everything is grand, we got the whole wide world in the palm of our hand. Everything is perfect, it's falling into place, I can't seem to wipe this smile off my face. Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along. Everything is great, we'll live happily ever after, and I'll keep living the greatest gift, laughter! Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along. We've got everything that we need, we can be whatever we want to be, nothing we can't do. The skies are blue when it's me and you 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 and, well, all of you. La 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 la. You know what, folks? Life really is a happy song. You just need to believe in it, and you never know what can happen. I mean, hey, I still know that a lot of great things are going to happen someday. I just need to wait and see what happens. And I know that the same can happen for all of you. You just need to believe and sing happy songs like this. We've got everything that we need. We can be whatever we want to be. Nothing we can't do. The skies are blue when it's me and you and you and you. Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing. Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing. Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along. Good luck, everyone. You can do it.